images of the city can be like a backdrop for kind of investigating the tool of photography and the reproductive nature of photography. I definitely want to capture the kind of atmosphere that I feel in these big cityscapes. I mean, I guess it's trying to print light, really, in a way. It's kind of to always give that feeling of luminescence to the work. I don't know. No, wait. I don't know what to say about this. What do you want me to say? I grew up in London, so I took pictures always of London as kind of a main subject of mine. I mean, the whole project started with it's like London by night, you know? It's like a classic theme in photography. And now it's kind of turned into the city at night, and it's kind of all cities, all big metropolises. But then once I've taken those pictures and created those images, that I kind of use that as an archive or database to then explore different ways and processes I can actually make the work. I've kind of felt people were moving in a lot more into digital photography, and then darkroom practice and stuff just wasn't kind of, it wasn't there and appreciated as much, I'd say, like fine art printing. And then I thought, well, instead of trying to train to be a fine art printer, I should like more experiment in the darkroom. And then and from there, it's moved on to experimenting, not just only in the darkroom, but with photography in general and the reproduction of a photograph and how that can be done in all spectrums of different technologies. So then I think it was around 2014, I decided that I wanted to move into more digital work with the images that I've made. So I made them using 35mm slides, and I printed them onto aluminium and also in book form onto translucent paper and other types of specialist Japanese paper to kind of give them that type of feeling of the light coming from behind. But then I noticed a lot of people were making like what they call digital books that were like applications that could go on your phone or onto your iPad or something like that. But I was more interested in making something, if it was going to be a digital book, it had to be physically the whole object. So I ended up using early generations of electronic ink tablets. And somehow, you know, for my black and white grainy images, it worked really well because every time you kind of push the next page, it kind of seems like it develops out of the pulses. At one point, I was showing one of the images to a friend of mine. He said, "Oh, well, I just like that image, you know, can I not just have that image?" And I was like, I don't know. And then, you know, so I like unlocked the back or whatever, unscrewed it, and then just like unplugged the screen from the rest of the machine, and then the image just froze. And then you have yourself an electronic ink screen with one of my images on it. Kind of into sci-fi quite a lot, and when I've kind of made these screens and like had them out of all their casing and stuff, it reminded me of something like out of Terminator when they had the Arnold Schwarzenegger Terminator hand in like perspex. It's just like kind of cool, you know? It's kind of like the newest kind of way of making a photographic reproduction in my eyes. So it's this idea of the cycle of photography. It just goes round in circles, photography, and it just has endless life in multiple ways. And that's the essence of everything that I'm interested in when I make a photographic work. London by night, you know, which is a very classic theme, so just carrying on doing that.